Super Sunday, big clash. Champions with the challengers, Liverpool versus Arsenal. What are we thinking? It's gonna be a
Arsenal.
good. It's gonna be. You're going Arsenal.
Tim, I'm going to be brutally honest. You guys are not good set piece.
We're not
Those
gonna accept.
Newcastle set piece,
You know we're
bro, they dunked on you
the.
guys like twice.
You know we're the champions, Sam. There's no way you're not backing the champions at home because of set pieces.
It's in
Tim,
Anfield, yeah.
Are you being
Look at
serious?
set piece, bro.
Are you
I'm
being
I'm
serious?
genuinely honest. I think they'll beat you.
At
Are you
Anfield, they're
guys
gonna
at
beat us.
Anfield?
Yeah.
Oh,
Eric, when's the last
okay,
time you guys
maybe
went to
draw.
Anfield?
No,
It's
draw. Sorry.
impossible. It's
Huh?
impossible. They're not winning. They're not
Been a
winning.
while. In recent games they've all been very close. I think it was two draws. I think we beat you and then you beat us.
I don't, bro.
So
I can't remember the last time we haven't beat you in like 3 seasons.
Tim, but your team is so shaky though. Like you guys have been saved like twice from like last minute winnings. So I don't know
Yeah,
how you guys gonna beat Arsenal when they're the best defensive team in the world right
they
now.
are, but like,
well,
uh, uh,
head to head, I'll read off the last four meaningful matches because one is a friendly.
okay.
2-2, 2-2, 3-1 Arsenal, 2-0 Liverpool. Those are the four most
What
recent.
was that 2-0? Is that the FA Cup exit?
Yeah, FA
Okay.
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically kind of tied.
Okay.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like close. I remember there was a game you guys played. Was it? Oh, I think it's the FA Cup one, the one that Luis Diaz
Yeah.
scored.
Yeah.
That one? Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Okay. Just to let me, if I was to go first, I personally, I really don't know how this is gonna go because already Liverpool have conceded 4 goals in 2 games,
Yeah.
and that means that what we already know is that they're susceptible to conceding a goal.
Hmm.
On the flip side, Arsenal don't concede goals.
Hmm.
It's like, even though on paper, if Saka's not playing and Odegaard's not playing, I would still kind of favor Liverpool to win at home. But it's like, if they're gonna concede a goal or two, and Arsenal generally don't concede goals, it just screams a draw. It
So hold on.
screams.
You're using 2 games on the notion that they don't concede goals, one against Leeds and one against United. The same
Okay, here's
United, the same United that you just that you just.
No, I'm using 3 seasons of sample size.
Oh,
Two
okay.
seasons.
Okay.
here's another thing too.
uh,
In the last 13 matches, Liverpool has not kept a clean sheet.
Mhm.
Literally.
So you guys are susceptible to conceding goals, especially with
Okay.
our set pieces. And we saw it last match against Newcastle too.
Yeah.
We're not great off the set piece,
Okay.
right? So us being the best and you guys don't look good off set pieces, especially with Kirk as at the back post. I've seen many times during that match he looked shaky.
He did.
Szoboszlai looked better off the back post than he did somehow.
Okay.
And then you have Konate that has honestly, let's be real, even you as a Liverpool fan, he's not been in.
Yeah, he
Oh,
hasn't been. He hasn't been great. So
So
with
you're
all that being said, it's cash money. You come to Anfield, you come take away 3 points.
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because you're looking at two evils right here, personally. You're looking at Liverpool's great offense and Arsenal's great defense, but then you're looking at two sides where look at us, no Saka.
Yeah.
Personally, Odegaard's been shit for the past 6 to 8 months, so I'm
You
happy
have
with
Eze.
yeah. Well, if
Is,
he
is,
starts,
is that gonna? You think he's gonna start?
he's
I don't
gonna
think
start.
he will. I think
If I'm
Firmino will
if
Wait,
I'm
why
start.
not?
Arteta, I'm starting him.
Wait,
If
why
I'm
wouldn't he
Arteta, I'm
start?
Yeah. Why would he
starting
Odegaard's
him.
not
start?
playing.
I don't think he's had
Odegaard's
enough
not
time, in my
playing.
opinion. I don't
Why
think
he
he's
was
had
he
No,
was just
bro.
playing
Start
with
him,
he was
bro.
just
Come
playing with
on.
Crystal Palace the
No,
other
no,
He
no.
day.
was.
He
Yeah,
looked
but he
very
doesn't have enough
sharp.
time in our system, and Arteta's a bit weird about those things.
He looked very sharp versus Chelsea.
Wait. So you're saying wait,
Game, I would
He was
start him,
sharp.
bro.
He was sharp.
wait.
He looks very sharp, bro.
Sorry. Now that
Very
Saka
sharp.
and Odegaard are not playing, you think that he's gonna play Nwaneri or Darwin to start? Because there's no
No,
other.
Madueke.
what
Maybe Madueke.
Oh,
Madueke is going
I
to
forgot
start
about
off the
him.
right,
I
100%.
think I
Madueke
think
is going to start, and I think Martinelli comes back in the squad.
What? Nah,
I
why
think
you wouldn't do
both.
that?
Wait, do you think so? He's not. Eze's not gonna start. Is he gonna get minutes though? He's gonna come in maybe
Yeah,
second
yeah,
line.
he'll definitely
Okay.
come into the game. I don't know about him starting though, because it seems a bit early in my opinion. Yes, he has
Okay.
played, he looks sharp, but like to come into a new system at a new club right away, especially the way Arteta is, I'm not confident that he'll start the match.
What
I think the midfield will look like Rice, Marino, and
Marino?
yeah, I think so. I think he comes back in unless he decides to be bold and start Nwaneri, which in my opinion I would rather Nwaneri in the team than Marino and Declan Rice as my center mids
How do
because
you how do you think you guys should approach the match? Are you guys coming to get a draw? You guys want to win the match?
no, we're gonna let you guys take the match to us 100%. I can see how it's gonna play out, and
Yeah.
we're gonna try to work off the transitions 100%.
Transitions.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Because if you look at it, we're missing options up front, right? We still don't, in my opinion, we still don't have a left winger, right? Madueke off the left is not as good as he is on the right. And I don't like judging it off of last match because we're playing a relegation side, right? We can't look at Gyökeres's goals because as me and you have previously spoke about Tim, I
Yeah,
don't think that he's going to be all that. He
yeah.
still has too much to prove. And if we look at his previous scoring, all of his goals came against the bottom 10 in the Portuguese league,
Mhm.
right? So for me, he needs to score against the big clubs. He couldn't score against Man U. He was awful against Man U, horrific in my opinion. He didn't look particularly great against Southampton until his goal, right? So in my opinion, you look at a front three, no Saka. We don't know who's going to start left wing, whether it's Trossard or Martinelli.
Who do you
And if
prefer,
Martinelli,
Trossard or Martinelli?
they're both sides of evil in my opinion. You know, like you got Trossard that's just he just looks like he's just drifting around 90% of the time. He can produce something here or there, but for the past 6 months, same thing as Odegaard, he's just looked like a squad player. Then you have
Mhm.
Martinelli that has nothing going forward, can't beat a man 1v1. His work rate is the only thing going for him, which is why I think if we start Martinelli, we're going to play on the back foot
Yeah.
majority of the game and look to work off transitions. And then you have Gyökeres who just came in. Madueke, I think, has a bit to him. And I think that I liked him at Chelsea personally. I think the price tag was a bit much. But as we saw at the end of like the game of last match, he has a bit to him, which he can create some problems off the right. I don't think he's as good on the left. So Saka being out might do him justice. But my interesting point is to see where the midfield lands with this because having an attacking midfielder in his system is really vital. And I think even in recent form with Odegaard, he's been awful. So we haven't really got as much output from our attacking front three as we would like. So,
Like,
you know,
like with when you guys are, I feel like you guys are counting us out with this. Obviously, we can see goals, obviously because the way we play. But this whole notion where like our defense is shaky, that cool. But I look at the mistakes that we're making or the goals we're conceding as mistakes, individual errors. Like if you look at the match versus Bournemouth, Sabazza lost the ball twice and they went on counterattacks. Look at the match versus Newcastle. Another like Kirkez, I don't know what he was doing. He let the guy come over and score. Konate lets the ball bounce. You learned that in grade school. You don't ever
Don't forget
let the
about
ball
that
bounce. He
though.
let the ball bounce, goes in. Okay, fine. And
Don't
obviously, I
forget
was a little
about
bit
that.
worried that in 45 minutes where we had a red card, Newcastle was pressing us. But then on the other side, when I look at it, bro, none of the six teams go to Newcastle and win anyways. So it's tough.
yeah, but you
Yes,
struggled against the 10-man
yeah,
Newcastle.
but we won. So but like in general, like it's at home, so I'm still confident. I think it's gonna be a draw, but I just don't like the whole Arsenal's gonna come to
No, no.
Anfield.
See, I'm not even saying that
Yeah,
though. I'm not even saying that. As an Arsenal fan, I'm not saying that
but
because
Sa- but Sam said that. Sam's like, nah, they're gonna,
Bro,
Sam's like, nah.
it's bad, bro.
What's bad?
I don't care about your shaky defense. It's like I don't know, like
For me,
Konate and like I don't know. Your defense is not good like compared to last season.
like
It's
it's
really
actually,
really
bro,
shaky.
real shit, real like, sorry, I don't even want to like, but
No, continue.
real talk, real talk. Your defense genuinely is not good. You guys get caught on transition so easily, and it's like it's actually a problem. And I don't know if it's because you guys are still trying to find your way. Obviously you signed a new left back, signed a new right back. Still trying to fit in verts, all of that. But it's like it genuinely feels like I can go to Liverpool and nick 2 goals. I swear
Who's
to
you?
God, like
Chelsea Football Club?
Chelsea Football Club, like
Wait, you don't think so?
it genuinely feels like no, okay. All jokes aside, it genuinely feels like if I just stay in the if I stay in the game for as long as possible, I can go to Liverpool and nick results simply off the fact that right now it just feels like your defensive side of the game is very, very, very shaky.
But then,
Like,
Fast, let me ask you this: is it the
like
defensive
like
side, or
catching-
are they making mistakes? Is it individual errors, or you're saying it's the whole like the whole unit? That's what I'm trying
Right
to
now,
ask.
It's a unit.
right now it feels like the unit, man. It feels like the unit. Obviously, Van Dijk is still always going to be. He will always still do his thing. Like he's
Hmm.
not the problem, but it just feels like the pieces around him, the unit as a whole, defending as well, because me, I see defense like the defensive package as a six-man thing from the midfield down to the defense. And it feels like you guys are struggling there, like getting caught easily on transitions, getting caught easily on the back post, not winning all your aerial duels. Only person right now that I'm seeing winning them confidently is VVD at the moment, just from the two games I've seen. But it's like it just seems like there's problems there. And if Arsenal coming with an attacking mindset and don't play for a draw, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But thing is, as you said, the six-man thing. But we haven't had our midfield starters for any of these two games. Gravenberch was suspended. Then come to Newcastle, McAllister, he had a child, so he wasn't there. So Arsenal's the first game where our starters or midfield are actually going to play.
Is
Everyone's going to be
McAllister
back.
going to play though?
Yeah, McAllister's going to play.
He's still
Wait,
doubtful, it says.
wait, Tim.
Well, he's not.
I'm
He's not
double.
injured. He had a child. That's why he didn't come to Newcastle.
Are you
Oh, it
sure it's
doesn't.
Gravenberch that got a child?
They both.
Is-
I don't know why they both had children at the same time, but like
Okay.
they're
Forget
celebrating a
about
little
the child.
bit
I'm going to talk about Wirtz because Wirtz is the big liability on your team. You guys are
in
just
sense of what
like everything. Like he's just there.
he's not. He's been a passenger. I agree as well.
He's a passenger, huge passenger.
He's a passenger, but is it one of those where I just have to let
If
it
he's
happen?
not serious, double slash should be starting over him. Real
Yo,
talk.
Tim, what's on the back of your shirt?
Which one?
The
No
one you're
way.
wearing.
Is it Wirtz?
What's on the back of your shirt?
This guy, bro.
To the end.
Oh man.
Yeah, but real talk, if he doesn't lock in, yeah, he's losing his spot.
No, see, I have a different opinion of Wirtz. I think he's gonna knock on real soon, where he's gonna start providing. I feel like right now he's kind of finding his way in the system from what I see, and he's kind of like you said, he is being a bit of a passenger, but I feel like he's kind of drifting through games. He's not really being a problem, but he isn't really being positive either.
Yeah,
So it's one of those that once he gets more playing time, he gets used to things. I think he gains a bit more confidence within your squad. I think he'll really knock on because the speed of Premier League play from considering from Bundesliga is obviously a lot quicker play. And he doesn't really the biggest thing that I see is when players come in is they look kind of lost. In my opinion, from watching him, he doesn't really look lost, and he looks like he's keeping up with the speed of play, but I feel like he needs to knock onto his quality a little bit more and take a bit more confidence. And once he does that in the next, I'd say I'd give him 4 or 5 more matches until you really see what he can offer, in my opinion.
This is why I think Eze should start because he's already prem proven. He's already knows how to play against these big teams. He's in form. Like start the guy, even if he's not, let's say, accustomed to the system or whatever. In these big games, you still need a little bit of an unpredictability, and especially with Liverpool at Anfield, they're gonna try to make it chaotic for Arsenal and stuff because the way I see Arsenal winning is only if like, once again the defense just holds up for 90 minutes and they somehow score from like a set piece or like some weird like throw in or some shit, you know what I mean? But I think if he starts knowing that you guys have all of these injuries with Odegaard and even though Odegaard has been kind of shit recently as well, he has been kind of shaky. Um, I would if I'm Arteta, if I'm an Arsenal fan, man, I'm screaming at Arteta, telling him, yo, you better start Eze against Liverpool. You start Eze, you put I don't know Trossard on the left, Madueke on the right, and you just figure it out that way. But yeah, like he's already. I don't see a reason why not to start him. I think regardless, he's gonna get minutes for sure. Whether he starts or he doesn't. But I think yeah, Eze would make a big difference in this game. If Eze starts, I think Arsenal have a higher chance of winning the game, or drawing or whatever. Since it is Anfield, I'm never gonna count out Liverpool at Anfield. But yeah, this is a game where I feel like Eze can put his nuts on words and be like, yeah, I'm your daddy now. Like it's crazy.
No, I agree. I do agree. I do
Yeah.
agree that with Eze in the squad, regardless if he's kind of accustomed to the system, I feel like we are a better team. Where I would prefer him right now and in the position we are is left wing, in my opinion.
Do
Right?
you think he's a needle mover? Like for example, my team's linked to Alexander Isak, and I've been twerking for Alexander Isak for the past like 5 months. But do you think Eze is on that type of caliber of Alexander? Like when he comes to your team, room, like you guys are title favorites because of that Eze signing. Because the way you guys are celebrating, you guys are so excited. Obviously, he's a maverick, he's a good player, but is he that guy that really pushes that league title in your favor? Do you think you guys are right now with no Alexander Isak at Liverpool? Do you guys think you're favorites?
Yo, I'll be real. Sorry to cut you off. Like, let me just quickly go on this one. I'll be real. I definitely feel like once they signed Eze, like it pushed my idea of how well I think Arsenal is gonna do. Like, it made
Really?
me.
You think he's that good?
Yes, I definitely think it's that good. One, because one of my struggles with Arsenal for me has always been that balance in the weight that Saka takes. And Eric, you can also testify to this, but it felt like for the past 2 seasons there has been a lot of responsibility on Saka to deliver because obviously he's like their best player and he's been their most productive player in the past few seasons. And I've always had my gripe with Martinelli on the left side. So it always felt like Arsenal's left side has, kind of been the weaker side of their attack. But when you bring in a player like Eze, who can not only play the number 10, but he can also play very well off the left-hand space, it's almost like it's like a match made in heaven because one, it takes away the pressure off, Saka in terms of, rushing him for games, injuries, and things of that nature. Two, personally seen Eze go to war independently with no one by his side. Like I've seen him go to war against the big clubs and put on monster performances. And now you're putting him in a team like Arsenal with everything that he has to prove to that club. I personally think that he makes them way much stronger and actually a title favorite.
So
Like
hold
I
on, because before you said that you don't believe in Arsenal hype before till you die. So since
I
Arsenal signed this Eze, now like your opinion has changed. That's what you're saying.
My opinion has definitely changed. My opinion has definitely changed because, like I said, they have title winning packages like that defense as it comes in terms of like the back six. That's a Champions League winning back six
Hmm.
Best
that
in
they
the world.
This is like the best defense in
in the
Europe right
world,
now.
in the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
from
I
midfield to
agree.
defense, they have the best, back six. But my issue has always been the productivity of their front four.
Mm.
But when I bring in a player as sharp as Izzy, who is very solid on free kicks, very good with set pieces,
In his
can take
prime.
on his man. He's in his prime. He has a very, very good shot technique. He can be his man 1v1. He can link up play with players. He can interplay. He moves the ball fast. He has a quick brain. And I've seen him literally go to teams by himself and win games, go to big games by himself and win games. I literally watched him first game versus Chelsea, with the disallowed free kick. Like he looked very, very sharp. So that's why I struggle to believe that he doesn't start versus Liverpool because I definitely think he's one of their best players and he will make them a very, very strong side. And we'll see end of the season how much of a testament that comes to play for sure.
I think also as a like since he can dribble so well in tight spaces, and that's what they've been missing out on the left side, especially like where Martinelli is. Martinelli, he's good in transition on like counterattacks and stuff, but once they're facing a low block or something like that,
Yeah, he's
it's like
cooked.
he's
He's
there.
done.
It's not even there. It's like it's gone.
Turns to the
But
wall
when you
again.
get somebody like Eze, I think, bro, Eze, even if he doesn't fit into the system right away or whatever, he still needs to just literally just put him in and give him that free roam role. Just have fun. If I'm Arteta, I'm patting him on the back. I'm telling him, yo, go out there, have fun, and I think he'll cook for Arsenal. Like he'll fit in so well. I think it's
Here's
one of the best signings of the summer for sure.
here's my issue though. Right? You say throw him in and give him that free roam. One thing that I've always thought the past year or so, although we've looked very good as a team, is we play boring football. Very boring, look robotic, almost like a Man City regen at times, right? So if you look at Arteta's system, you're saying, okay, Eze's played for Crystal Palace, middle table team, has had freedom to do what he wants, right? But now he's going to come into a system where at times we look very robotic, right? Even for the likes of Saka, when Saka gets the ball on the right, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to take on another cut in, put across or shoot, or go out wide. We don't really see anything more from him, right? Other than that, he's just very, very good at that. That
Yeah,
makes him get goals, gets assists. All right. So is Eze only good when he has freedom, or is he going to be good in our system? Which is one thing
Mm.
that I'm kind of concerned about because we
but
look
then
at other transfers in the past too, with the likes of Jack Grealish,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
that become robotic players, and
Mhm.
then their output gets dwindled down
Yeah.
a lot because they're not that player. So
Yeah.
that's a bit of my concern when it comes to things. And I like you did say, like we do need a player in that front three, front four that can, break down a low block, beat a couple players, get a shot off, something like that, right? Because the rest of our team is very passive in that sense. We want to knock the ball around, get crosses in. When it comes down to that, we rely on set pieces, right? And we
Mhm.
can't rely on that all the time. And I don't think Gyökeres helps that either because he's brick. I don't want to say it, but
Yeah.
he looks clunky as hell on the ball.
Yeah.
Clunky.
Playing in Tim's,
In
bro.
terms,
Yeah,
bro.
Tim
No,
Stein.
Matt
He looks
Ricky.
bad, bro.
Nah,
Bad.
Gyökeres.
And that's my concern
Oh,
with him. Like all these Arsenal fans, and this is why I hate Arsenal fans as well. I'm not a very delusional Arsenal fan. And might go on a little rant here, but they are delusional. We sign a player and we're finally making signings, and they're godsend. They're godsend. They're gonna bring us Champions League. We're winning quadruple. They're gonna score us 40 goals. Bro, I heard this quote, and I'll be saying this to the end of time. As an Arsenal fan, it's the hope that kills you. So
Mm.
I've put myself at a base level where I look at things from a footballing standpoint and ask myself, is this the right signing? Is this what we're gonna do? And I wait and see what we're gonna do. So same thing with Eze, same thing with Gyökeres. Like I have my concerns about both of them, but whether we play Eze off the left, where I think he's gonna play if Odegaard ends up becoming fit, because I think he's only out for a couple weeks at most with the shoulder injury. So we'll see how that plays out. But like I said, we're very robotic, and are we going to give Eze the freedom to
Yeah.
be the player that we've seen with Crystal Palace is quite doubtful in my opinion.
See, I kind of agree with what you're saying about like the whole you're kind of like worried about him like just adjusting to the system and kind of taking away from his full ability, kind of like that Jack Grealish thing. Because at the end of the day, Arteta is from the school of Pep Guardiola, where it's like the system is above everything, you know what I mean? But I still do think that like why else would you sign a player like Eze if you're not gonna use him in that way, like to give you that creativity, that unpredictability, and that kind of stuff. Because I feel like that's what Arsenal has been missing, was that just one creative player, that one unpredictable player where just out of nowhere he can shoot from 30 yards out,
Mhm.
dink a crazy pass, score a free kick, whatever. He can do almost like everything in that final third. Because like we said earlier, like the defense, amazing. Midfield, it's great, and then it's like they attack and like that, attacking midfield role where you guys haven't really had someone to replace Odegaard where when on days where he's been shaky. I think this is the exact signing you needed. So if Arteta doesn't really like make use of that, then I feel like that's gonna say a lot about Arteta because this season really is make or break for him, like because he
If
has to win something. Like he has to win something.
if this season he doesn't bring us anything,
Yeah.
out.
And I
Like
think I think honestly, like if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be very optimistic. Like with Eze, this especially after this Eze signing, I think that's like your season so far is looking really good
well,
going forward.
that's
So
another part that scares me too, because the same
yeah,
thing going on in Liverpool as well. When does Liverpool
right,
make
right,
big signings like this,
yeah,
right? And then
yeah,
same thing with us. This is the first time in I think our history that we've made
mm,
massive signings, spent all this money like an actual Big Six club. Now, what are we going to do with it? That's the real
yeah,
question because we've never been a club of that culture. We've never really done that. We're more to build up players as Liverpool has done and kind of bring them on to for success. But in the past decade, we haven't made signings. We haven't really done anything. We've spent a big money here for flop, big money here for flop, but it's one signing. This is the first season where it actually looks like okay, we know what level we're at, and we're trying to kick on to the next level.
mhm,
But can we get there?
yeah,
Right? And that at the end of the day, like you said, with Arteta. If he doesn't win anything now, where there's no
yeah.
excuses for us, there's literally no excuses. As Arsenal fans, as a club, as a group of players, as Arteta, there's no more excuses, right? If we don't win anything now in something big, whether it's the Premier League or the Champions League, or at least get to the Champions League
Mm.
final, I think we have to have a look at Arteta being on.
Honestly, after this Eze signing, I have Arsenal winning the league. Like in my predictions now, Arsenal are number one for me
So
in the league
what
at
if you guys
least.
get an FA Cup here? Is that not
I'm
enough?
not satisfied. We won it with Aubameyang and Lacazette. Look who's
It's
on the
not
back
enough.
of the
Yeah,
kit.
it's not enough. Okay, so guys,
Like it's not enough.
let's quickly do a prediction. Sam, prediction for Sunday.
Either a win, Arsenal, or draw.
Pick one.
Bro, it's Anfield though. The aura, like the okay. Your defense is shaky, so I'm gonna pick Arsenal still.
Arsenal. So Arsenal, what's the score? What do you think the score?
2-0.
2-0 Arsenal.
Or one
Okay.
nothing. One of
One
them.
nothing Arsenal. Slick.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. Late winner.
Charlie, what do you think?
I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw? Bash.
Yeah, 1-1 draw for me. 1-1.
Eric.
1-1.
3-3.
3-3? 3-3?
Okay.
3-3
That's what
thriller.
I think
High
it's
score.
gonna be a high scoring game. I
Arsenal
think we're gonna
conceded
score a
3
couple set
goals.
pieces. I think
I
you
think
guys will end up coming back with some nice goals. It'll be back and forth, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say we surprise them. I say we keep a clean sheet and we win 1-0.
That's not happening to him.
That's
I say
not
we keep
happening.
I say
That's
we
not
keep
happening.
Scoring at least one.
I say we keep a clean sheet. That's how I'm gonna leave it like that. I think we're gonna surprise you guys.